record. So I wanted to just do a call with all of you, those who went to Summit and those who didn't get to attend this year, and just share all of the announcements that were shared there. I'm not going to go into like major detail about all of them because this is all in your online office, but I just want to make sure that everyone knows about it, just the certain things that were announced there. And then I'm going to like let the girls that attended go and share like what they took away from Summit. So for those of you, and no, Ashley is not frozen. She was just staying really, really still, and she's super happy. So for those of you who don't, maybe y'all are newer or you all saw us going to Summit and you're like, okay, so what is the Summit thing? Who gets to go? I want to go to that. Anyone can go to Summit. Any coach can go to Summit, whether you're a discount coach or you want to build a business. I know some of our coaches that have gone being a discount coach did not leave wanting to be a discount coach. Some people that have gone being a discount coach still is a discount coach, which is totally fine. But you just get to, it's a really, really awesome experience. If y'all didn't watch our journey, you should totally go back and like creep on all of our posts and whatnot that just happened this weekend. But honestly, it's just a really good way for you to get to meet the team, or you get to bond with the team. I know we had a lot of girls that went last year that when it was in New Orleans, that are from New Orleans, that said it was a totally different experience, and I'll let them share that. It was a totally different experience than like going to Indianapolis. So it is in Indianapolis again next year. The registration is open. It's July 11th through the 14th. So I've already bought my ticket and I've already booked my hotel. So you might want to get on that if you do plan on going. And y'all, like, this event is something that you should make a non-negotiable in your business, especially if you're wanting to build a business or even just help 3 people a month. Like, this needs to be a non-negotiable. This needs to be something that you decide on now. Like, don't wait until next year and get bummed that you're not there. Like, I had so many people, many of you messaging me being like, oh, I wish I was there. Like, you could have been there. You just have to make that decision to do it. So tickets right now, the cheapest ticket's like $130, which is super cheap, y'all, compared to what they've been in the past. If you're a new coach, brand new coach, whether you signed up in June or you signed up in May, you can still earn a free Summit ticket. So if you help 3 people a month, this month, next month, and the month after, you can earn a ticket for next year as long as you are a brand new coach. Obviously, if you have been coaching for more than 2 months, that does not apply to you. So if you are not sure, if you're like, well, I'm pushing for my free ticket, but I'm not sure if I'm going to earn it, you can still buy a ticket. You can buy the $130 ticket, and they will, if you earn it, they will refund you. So up to you on whether you want to do that or not. I just know for like money, to save money purposes, if you want the cheaper ticket, it should be bought now. Those $130 tickets are not transferable. They have a transfer, meaning you cannot transfer it to another coach. They have tickets that are transferable that are, I think, $180. So if you like maybe go on the same vacation every year and you're really not sure if you're going to be able to attend, or I know some people are like, well, I'm trying to get pregnant or whatever it might be, you can buy a transferable one. I never buy a transferable one because it makes me go because I'm not going to waste $130. So again, up to you. Super Saturday is July 7th. If you don't know what Super Saturday is, it basically is like a mini summit local to your area. If you go to TBB 411, there is, they like show you the map of where they're being hosted. If you're in New Orleans, we, Market Council, are not hosting one, but there may be someone that is. So if you want to check it out, feel free to. If you didn't get to go to Summit, y'all, going to Super Saturday is a really good idea just because you're going to hear all of the recap. I'm going to give that to you tonight too, but you'll get to see it more in detail and get all the details. And I don't know what else they are going to, I don't think they're going to announce anything else new, but I don't know. So up to you. But if you have a local one near you and you're not far and you're not doing anything the weekend of July 7th, then check it out if you can. Bring a friend with you. Get there. Okay, so let's get into really quick. I'm just going to go through the different things that were announced at Summit during during Summit, just all the announcements that they made. And again, all of this is in your online office. So if you go into your online office and you click on the top where it says Coach Breaking News, all of this is in like full detail, okay? So go check it out just to understand everything that I'm going to be sharing here. And if y'all have questions, like that's where you can find like all the FAQs on it, okay? So the first thing is this Saturday, June 30th, they are having a Lift for live workout with Joel. It is a sample workout for Lift 4. It's only going to be up on June 30th, not July, I think I said July, June 30th at 8 a.m. Pacific time. And it's going to be Joel and like the cast members, and they're going to be doing a live workout at headquarters. So anyone can take advantage of this, okay? You can invite your friends and family, you can do it yourself, but if you have people that are interested in Lift 4, it's a really good idea to get them in on that. Again, all of the information is in your online office, but it tells you like where it's actually gonna be on TBB Coach 411's Facebook page. They're gonna go live, like a live video, and you're gonna work out with Joel live right there. So no, he's not gonna be able to see you or anything like that. You'll just watch him do the workout, and you'll do it along with him, which is pretty cool. And he's also doing a Q&A, a live Q&A afterwards. So that's this Saturday, June 30th, at 8 a.m. Pacific time, which is 11 a.m. Eastern, and 10 a.m. That's 10 a.m. our time, Central Time. So go check it out, and obviously it will be a live video, so I'm assuming that they're going to keep that up. I haven't read through all the FAQs, so I'm not sure on that, but I'm assuming they'll probably keep it up, so if you can't get on right then and there, you can go back and, you know, redo it, but it's going to be cool to see like how many people do it live. So that was one thing that was announced at not Super Saturday, at Summit. Then they also announced that they are having it's coming in the fall, a 2B Mindset certification. So if you're Jam, if you love 2B Mindset, you're doing 2B Mindset, but you want to learn more about the nutrition, like the mind behind the nutritional aspect of things, and being able to become a certified 2B mentor, where you can like really dive into that program and really help your clients with 2B Mindset and like understanding the background of it, then it's a really, really good thing to look into. And you have to take a test on it. So it's not just like you pay for it and you're signed up. You have to take a test to become certified, which I think is pretty cool because they've never had anything like that. So make sure you check that out if that's something that interests you. If you like nutrition, if you want to be certified in some type of nutrition aspect, that's a really good idea. I am sure you have all saw Pumpkin Spice Shakeology, and we were all freaking out about it. We're super excited. So it is only in the U.S., unfortunately, and it's only during the fall. It's going to be very, very limited times that they are going to allow it to be sold. It's not going to come in a big bag. I think they're testing out the flavor to see how people like it before they decide if they're going to make it into like a full flavor, okay? And they said that they have no plans to make it into a full flavor, but who knows? So that's going to be coming in the fall. It comes in only 14. It's like a packet of 14 sample packs, basically. And that's it. There's no other bags coming, no other options for that, and it's only going to be limited time. And yes, Shelby said once they said it's sold out, it's out. So like if you want to try it, highly recommend you ordering it the day it comes out. I'm not sure. Again, I'm not positive on when that is. I'd have to go look back at my pictures that I took, and I don't even remember if they announced the actual date. So I will be sure to announce that as it gets closer to the fall. They also have some new programs coming out, which I posted about. Shift Shop, Proving Grounds is what it's called. They're adding some new stuff to the Shift Shop that you can do, which is pretty cool. They'll have different challenge pack options for anyone that's interested in that. Transform 20, which is a new Shaun T program coming out in July. So some of these programs aren't coming out, y'all, for a little while. So like focus on Lift 4 and 2B Mindset, the newer programs now, but they did announce them, so I just wanted to let y'all know about them so you know that what's coming in the future. And then they have 2 new Success Club I guess, two new Success Club aspects. So Success Club prizes that they're going to start giving out. So they want to reward people for those who are hitting Success Club consecutively, meaning like month to month to month. Obviously, as a success, once you start hitting Success Club every single month, which is helping 3 people with getting started with the challenge pack, whether they sign up as a coach or a challenger, if you hit Success Club in month 1 and this starts in July, you get a hat. It's like a cute little Beachbody hat. And if you hit it in 3 months in a row, so like month 1 is July, so if you hit it in August and September, you get a cute little Beachbody tank top. If you go 6 months, you get a bag. And that's just to incentivize y'all even more. And that's on top of the prizes that they give out already. So like this month for July, you're going to get a hat. And they're also doing, we usually do a team cup, which is like a little competition between the coaches. But instead of doing that this year, or instead of doing that for July, they're doing what's called Beat Your Best Self. And I posted this in the team page. And this is also all in the FAQ, so make sure you read through it. But it's basically you are competing with yourself to beat your best Success Club points. So for example, my best Success Club point so far is this month. I'm at 50 points. So in order for me to beat my best self, if you have 5 points higher than what you your best is, you get a little, I think it's like a silver medal, right? Or bronze, I don't remember. I think it's bronze, silver, gold. So bronze medal, if you have, I don't know what the numbers are, but it's like 6 points above, or 6 to 9 points above what your best is, you get a silver medal. If you have 10 points above what your best is, you get a gold medal. So if you've never hit Success Club, obviously then you're like, okay, well, my best is 0. So like, how does that work? If you hit Success Club 5, you get that bronze medal. And y'all, this is totally doable. Like, this makes it fun to kind of compete with yourself and see like, okay, I'm going to beat my best Success Club numbers, aka help more people in the month of July than I've ever helped before. So why not push for it? It's fun. And I know like some people are like, I don't really want a medal. Who cares? It means you're making an income, and you're making an impact. So check that out. And like I said, if you hit Success Club this month, or not this month, I'm sorry, in July, you're going to get that hat too. So on top of the medals and all that you can earn, you get a hat, a TBB or Team Beachbody hat. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I think that was it in terms of like announcements of new programs. No real new products were announced yet, other than, just the new programs that are coming out. But check out your online office, y'all. There's all kinds of information there in the Coach Breaking News. You do, if you hit Success Club 5 in June, you get a like a webinar with Rachel Hollis, which is the girl who wrote Girl Wash Your Face. If you haven't read that book, you totally should. And she's amazing. So y'all should be pushing for that too. So that's all the announcements that were made. So I'm going to let everyone else kind of share their takeaways from Summit. I'll go last since I just talked for the last 15 minutes. But I will mute myself, and who wants to go? Do I have to like call y'all out? The people who are at Summit.
I'll go.
Shelby will go. Yay. Thanks for volunteering, Shelby.
Okay. So one thing that I want, so I guess I can kind of so last year was my first Summit when it was here in New Orleans, and I was incredibly nervous because I'm a very, very, very shy, introverted person, and being with big groups of people in general freaks me out, but especially with people like that, I don't know. But I definitely had a good time last year. I don't want to make it sound like I didn't have a good time, but it was definitely way different. I felt like it was a lot more crazy, and we didn't all, as a huge team, get to bond as much as we did when we were in Indiana. And I think that's because, we're all from here, so we all knew where we were going. And I'm sure Jesse was showing a bunch of people around and stuff like that. But when we went to Indiana, since none of us knew, where we were, and we all actually got to stay together for the most part, we made sure that we all met up, and we were actually able to hang out with each other, which was really awesome. Again, before I went this year, I was still really nervous. But once I got there, I was actually extremely surprised with how comfortable I was. And it's just because like one of my favorite parts about like when I was walking around, just seeing how many different kinds of people there are. Like it was so cool. Just everyone is like seriously just like them. Like they're just unapologetically them, and it just made me so happy of crazy hairstyles and their style or their clothes or whatever they were doing. Like it was just really cool to see that, and it was basically a judgment free zone. Like, and I never have been around a community like that, so that was really awesome. But yeah, and it's like, so like Lindsay Stay, I'm sure all of you know who she is, and if you don't, she's freaking awesome, and she's like our upline. But we went to our meet and greet, and I'm just like, oh my god, like a little fangirl over there, like freaking out, like I want to talk to her, but I'm so nervous and shy, and I don't know what to say. I don't want to sound stupid, but I was like, we started talking, and we talked for probably like 15-20 minutes straight, and just had like a huge heart to heart right there. And I think that's just so cool because it's like you see all these people that you don't know, but the second you guys start talking, it's like you've been best friends forever. And like I love that about this company. But yeah, it's just really cool to get to know everybody, hang out with each other, because obviously we don't usually get to meet in person, especially if you're not from here, like in New Orleans. So it was really cool to meet, Kim, Rebecca, Natasha, like, and because we never really talked much before this either, and so I was nervous to meet them, but it was so cool. Like everybody is just, it's like I feel like a lot of us are very introverted and can be shy, and so I'm sure a lot of us were very nervous. But it was just once we all sat down and started talking, it was like we literally see each other every single day. And so guys, make it a point to go. Like even if it's just for the community, like that's just like this to me anyway. That's the best part about this business. But yeah, and one of my biggest takeaways is, so like the theme of this year summit was believe in you. And like I know when we had our calls on Saturdays, I pretty much talked about that, about how much the belief in yourself really plays a part in this. And it's like, so like I said, last year was my first summit, and I like cried this year in Autumn's workout. It wasn't because of Autumn. Not trying to bash her or anything. She was great. I had a good time in the workout, but I wasn't crying because of her. I was crying because of how far I've come, like in just that year. Like I couldn't believe just how. So like last year, I knew I wanted this. I knew without a doubt that I wanted it, but I didn't believe in myself. I didn't truly know if I would still be here. But this year, it's just like just knowing that, just being 100% confident in myself and that I know I can do this was just so awesome. And like me and Candace had like a little heart to heart, and that was really cool. I love talking with her and just really just bonding with everyone. But anyway, I was getting off track. Be you and believe in you. That's like my biggest takeaways is just like, so when we were in our workshops, we heard from Jatana Jackson. I'm pretty sure that's how you say her name. And she was comparing herself to Melanie. I thought it was Mitro, but I guess it's Mitro. It doesn't matter. But she was basically comparing herself to her, and like she was saying like she tried to act like her and was saying like, obviously this wouldn't work for me. People would be like, what the hell are you doing? But then she also reversed it and acted as if Melanie was her, and saying like Melanie would be on the table like dancing to country music or whatever, and people would be like, what the hell are you doing, Melanie? So like the coolest thing is that you can be you, and like that's truthfully the only way you're going to succeed, because if you're not being you, if you're not being real, then maybe if people don't know you, then maybe they don't know like that's not you. But like once you guys actually start talking and building that relationship, people would be able to see through that. And so it's just so cool that you don't have to be a specific kind of person to succeed in this business. You can be whoever the hell you want to be, and that's how you're going to find your tribe of people. And like every single person that spoke on stage or in the workshops and everything, every single person basically said just like how much growth they had once they started believing in themselves. And because it's like, think about it, if you don't believe in yourself, the first time anyone gets down on you or doubts you or says anything mean to you or negative, you're going to believe it because you probably believe it yourself. But if you believe in yourself, then they do that, you're just saying, okay, well, I don't need you, basically, goodbye, and you're going to move on and be fine. So it's like, I know it sounded super cheesy to believe in you and everything, but it's so true. It is so true. And like, you truly cannot succeed in this business, in my opinion, if you don't. Like, there's just no way. So read personal development. But yeah, I was so just happy to be around everyone and grateful to be around everyone. And it was a lot of stuff packed in just a short amount of time, but it was just an incredible experience, and there's really nothing else like it. Like, I work at Jimmy John's, and I went to their convention earlier this year, and it was basically just like work, 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 not like fun at all. And nobody, it wasn't like anyone was talking to each other. Like, you were basically just with your group, and that was it. But here, it's like everyone there, 20,000 of us all, we're like best friends. Anyone you're next to, they're going to be super sweet to you and act like they've known you forever. And I've always wanted that. I've never had a community or friends that truly cared about me and, accepted me for me. So it's like, that is truly, in my opinion, the very best part about all of this. But that's kind of odd.
Yeah, I agree with that. Like, having that community, it's really crazy. I know y'all probably all saw like the super workout that we did, right? With 20,000 people in the middle of the street. And like, I don't remember who I was talking to about it, but just saying like, looking over and like making eye contact with someone while you're like dying from the trainers wanting to, like, I don't know, I think they're all trying to kill us, but we're in the middle of the street, like sweating, dying, and you look over and like you just start encouraging a complete stranger. Like, it's awesome and it's crazy. But there's nothing like it. So yeah, I definitely agree with that. Who else wants to go? We got Candace. Candace is raising her hand. Go ahead, Candace. I'll unmute you. Go ahead, girlfriend.
All right. So I went to last year's summit too, and I didn't stay with the girls because I did get like a transfer ticket, so I was driving back and forth home. So I obviously didn't get the team bonding experience like I did this year. So with that being said, what I got from this year's summit is to learn to believe in myself. I have a lot of fears of like stepping outside of my comfort zone. So seeing like everyone else, like a lot of other people doing the same thing, like stepping out of their comfort zones, has given me like the like encouragement that I needed to do it myself. So like, I've always been afraid to ask for help and reach out. And me and Ashley legit had like so many conversations this past 4 days about how to do like content on your Instagram and reach more people. And like, these are questions that I was always afraid to ask. And I just decided to do it because I knew I needed to do it. And she was so helpful. Like, she didn't hold back from anything. And that's what I love about this. It's not about just one person. We all want to help each other do this together. And, after being there for 4 days and being with all these girls 24/7, you actually learn to believe that you can do it. And it just felt awesome. So with that, you guys need to go to Summit. It's worth every penny. All the money that I spent to go was worth it. I learned so much, and I cried so much. I laughed so much. I had so much freaking fun. I couldn't believe it. Like, I was so nervous to go. I cried so many times before, and I was like, I don't want to do this. Like, I was telling me, I don't want to do this. I can't do this. I'm so nervous. I'm not going to be able to do it. And I freaking did it. And so I'm extremely introverted, and I don't have a lot of girlfriends. And so being around all these positive women has like totally changed my perspective of everything. So you guys need to go to Summit. Definitely go. I learned my why. I made new friends, and I'm going next year. So go.
Go every year, y'all. Summit is non-negotiable every single year. Even Ashley, 8 months pregnant, y'all, showed up to Summit with swollen feet and all. So if she can do this, anyone can do it. Okay, who else wants to go next? Kim, Rebecca, Kim? See, Amber. Amber, you can go after Kim. I'll unmute you. Go ahead, Kim.
Okay, don't mind the voice. I'll try and speak up. Obviously, I had too much fun. I completely agree with Candace and Shelby on all of that. The community, the team bonding. This was my first summit, so I hadn't met anybody before. Well, except for Rebecca, because she came with me. So I was super nervous going down there just because it's new. But like instantly, like obviously felt like I knew everybody because we've been doing this for the last year together. But so obviously agree with all that. But my biggest thing that I took away from a coaching aspect is during one of the presentations, and you might have seen all of us post about it, but it was said by one of the coaches, and now I'm going to draw a blank if it was Melanie or if it was, anyways, they said, this is not an opportunity, this is our responsibility. Like, you guys, this is our responsibility to share this with everyone else. They don't know unless we share it. Like, we have all the tools to share that with them, and like how amazing it's been for us, how amazing it's been for our customers. And it is our responsibility to share that. If they don't, they're never going to know, and they're never going to come to us. They're never going to sign up with us. Like, so that kind of really hit home. That change in wording in my head. And then what else? Yeah, the workouts, honestly, were like one of my favorite. I don't know why, but like I had it in my head, like working out in front of, like Jesse said, in front of 20,000 people, and just looking around at the different like 70-plus-year-olds doing it. Weight size didn't matter. Like, they were out there and we were all busting our butt in the rain. Doing it. It was awesome. It was so much fun. So yes, like everyone said, you have to be there next year. I already know I have a commitment, and I'm trying to get it changed so that I can be there. So yeah, it was amazing experience.
Yeah, because Kim's going to be walking the stage with a bunch of other coaches
that
went this year. All the other coaches that went this year will be walking the stage next year, so she's got to go.
Yeah. Too sorry. No,
Yes.
too
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, is that it? Do you have anything else you want to add in?
No, I'm good.
Awesome. That was one of my favorite things too, and you probably see me posting about it too. Like, this is our responsibility. This is not just our opportunity. It is our responsibility to share this opportunity with this business, these challenge groups with every single person we know, because y'all, where would you be without it? That's what I keep thinking. Like, where would I be without this community? I don't even want to know. I don't even want to think about it, because it would not be a good place. Me and Ashley would probably be like in a ditch somewhere. Who knows? But we just, like you got to think about it that way. Had your coach not shared with you, like, where would you be? Right? Mentally, physically, emotionally, financially, wherever it might be. Okay. So Amber, I know you wanted to go. You want me to unmute you, girlfriend? Okay. Let me unmute. Why won't it let me unmute you? Hold on. Can you unmute yourself? There you go.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah.
So this was also my second summit. So like Candace and Shelby, I went to the summit in New Orleans last year, had a blast. But something that I noticed this year that I felt like was so inspiring, and it just kind of was something that clicked with me, was it wasn't just, there's top coaches and they're going up and they're getting awards and, you're clapping for them, but they didn't just step off the stage. They brought their teams up with them. And I feel like sometimes that we forget about that. We have Jesse, or some of you are under Ashley, and it just feels like we're, kind of separate from that. But I want to push with y'all to crush it. Like, I want all of us to be up on that stage and have huge teams with each of us. And I think that we have to really remember that we're pushing together. It's not just one person or yourself individually. And we're, I think when we get in these, when we can actually, meet face to face, we can realize how easy it is to bounce ideas off of each other. But there's no reason that we can't do that after we leave Summit, or after you leave a Super Saturday. I mean, we're all here. We have social media. We need to help each other. And something else that I took away, and I think that, for a lot of Beachbody coaches, that are newer or maybe struggling, inviting and maybe even showing up, for your own personal goals. I think you get a hang up sometimes because you drop off a little bit, or maybe you invite 100 people and you hear nothing but crickets. I've definitely been there, like a lot of months. But I think that if you're going to make it in this business, you have to be, and Melanie Mitro talked about this, like one of her bullet points was be stubborn. And I think all of us have to, if we're going to make it, no matter where you're at in the business, no matter how long that you have been around, with your fitness, with your business, whatever your goals are, you have to be stubborn. You have to keep going until you get there. And, and it all goes back. I mean, we're a team. I mean, I came and fell in love with Beachbody because of the accountability, because I never had that before. And here I sit back and I don't use that accountability from my team or, even my challengers. And, that's what we're here for. We're here to help each other crush it. And I think that, that's one of the main things that I took away at Summit. Like we need to do this together.
Yes, I love that. Ashley said she's got goosebumps because we'll all be on stage next year.
Yes.
Love it. Thank you so much for sharing that. Who else wants to go? I'm looking. Melanie, Rebecca, I'll unmute you. Rebecca, go ahead, girlfriend. Well, why won't it let me unmute people? You might have to unmute yourself. I don't know why you won't let me unmute.
All right. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, I will second and third and fourth, all of those things. I guess the one thing, the workouts were awesome. Fitness is, I wouldn't say easy for me, but the exercise part of it is like, I love it. You don't have to convince me of that, I guess. So that to me was, awesome, I guess. I love pushing myself, although I was probably crying tears of sweat during that both workouts, actually. I guess the thing for me is it just drove home and I really connected with Amy Rada. And just her talking about, so she was up on stage and there was a panel of 3 of them. And I can't remember the first gal's name, but the one with the longer blonde hair. And they were asking like, I think it was about like confidence or something. And the one gal was like, well, I just did what I had to do because I did it and it was just came naturally to me. And Amy was like, it didn't come natural to me because I didn't feel like I was worthy to have it. And so that struck a chord with me of, and I've shared with Kim too, is like getting rid of like, you have to explain yourself to everybody. Like, who am I to share my story? Like, what do I have to offer? I'm just an ordinary Wisconsin girl, like, and it's no secret. I don't have that like transformation story. So I always felt like, well, what do I have to share? I don't have this huge story. I don't have this, and so just getting over that like hurdle, I guess you would call it. And so that like her speech and her talking was probably what hit me the most. Not to mention all of course, the mom stories hit me because I'm away from my kids. So hearing about, like the gal that had all the miscarriages and finding, being a better wife and being a better mom and finding, so it was like all of those kind of things just resonated with me from more of a personal business standpoint versus obviously the responsibility of sharing and health and fitness and that kind of stuff. But the business, I guess, is what I really need to be like unapologetic about sharing that and being okay with that versus the health and fitness side. Like I can wrap my mind around that really easily. It's the sharing the business side of it that has been a little bit more of a struggle for me. So that was awesome to hear. Of course, it was my first summit, so like it was pretty awesome. Like the celebrations and the ceremonies, like don't do anything small. You know, it was like going to a rock concert or something. I don't know. So that was like to walk into the stadium and see all of that, the big productions and all of the yeah, and of course the community, the friends, like hanging out with all you guys, it was super fun. I definitely would say if you haven't been there, you need to be there. And I plan on being there next year. So that's kind of what I would say. It was fantastic.
Awesome. Thank you. Melanie, Erin, Ashley, is that all I have left? Yeah, I'm looking around to make sure. Who wants to go? Melanie, you want to go? Erin, you want to go? I'll unmute yourself because it's not letting me unmute anybody.
Did it work?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Hi, you guys. So this stop laughing at me. This is my second summit. It was a lot different from last year, like everybody said, just because I'm a local, and so it was kind of just going there and then retreating to your home. And, you know, we're all like introverts, and this year felt a lot more like spurts of being super social, and then I have to have my hermit time. But like, since we're all stuck together in a small hotel room, you didn't get that hermit time. So it really pushed you out of that comfort zone and really got you to know those teammates better. But that was really great because it forced me to like put more of a personality behind those faces that I know really help.
Erin, you're breaking up.
Not that I wasn't like a team player before. Oh, snap. What was the last thing you heard? I think I blacked out.
Faces behind the name. I heard like you were talking about putting like personality behind the faces, but that was
Yes. So yes, it really forced me to like get to know the personalities behind the faces of my teammates, which is gonna like propel me forward because it's like they're actual humans and I really want to support them. They're not just like people on a chessboard, and I don't know what I'm saying, but you know what I mean. What else? I had more things, but I lost track.
What was one of the things that you said last year that happened this year?
Yes. So last year, my big takeaway, I mean, I really enjoyed it, but I couldn't shake that I didn't see any representation of people of color at Summit, and it really bothered me because I feel so strongly about diversity and representation. And this year, one of the coaches went up on stage, and she's a top coach, and she also took that away from Summit last year. So she worked her butt off to build her own team of people of color to get some representation up there, and that pumped me up because it's so important. And yeah, that's one of my big positive takeaways from this year. So I'm excited to build my own team of just badass babes.
Yeah.
It is amazing.
And she cried, y'all, when she saw Tony Horton.
Oh my God. That was such a big moment for me, just because like when that happens, and it's always with Tony, it's nobody else, it's just Tony. It's because I connect so much with him, and when I see him, I automatically think of how far I've much I've just
You're breaking up
and in
again.
my head, in my head, I was like, oh, it's when I get on fire. Okay, never mind. Oh. Last year, I was like walking around, and I kept thinking in my head, thanks, Erin. I was like walking around seeing all these beautiful, fit people, and I kept thinking like, oh my God, they're so much more fit than me. And it was actually getting like down on myself, which is crazy. And it took a lot for me to admit that to myself, because hello, like beautiful, strong women all around, you should be so proud because you're so connected. But this year, like, I felt like I was so proud of everyone because we're just like all one big community. And I can go up and tell someone, your butt is amazing. I can see all your hard work. Like, I want to know more of your journey. I hope you're sharing that with everyone because they deserve to know. And like, that's such a big jump from last year. So yeah, self-growth. I look at people's butts.
I mean, everyone had a nice butt because they just get off of 8-day obsession. So
Exactly.
there are nice butts everywhere, y'all. Couldn't help it but notice the butts.
But this year I was able to really like respect and appreciate that. And it's just a big difference. But it really meant a lot.
Awesome. All right. Ashley, are you the last one?
Am I the last one? Because I'm going to cry, and I don't want to cry and then be on here for like 30 minutes later.
Besides me, yeah.
Okay. So every summit for me has been completely different. This is my third summit. So my very first summit, I went as a discount coach. I went because I wanted to hang out with the girls. I wanted to have that community. And I figured out my why. That was the strongest takeaway from my very first summit. It turned me from a discount coach into a business builder. I wanted to quit my job from that summit. I saw the possibilities of what this company could offer someone, and I believed it. I was like, if they can do it, I can do it. My second summit, completely different. I saw more of the community because I had my coaches there. And to see my coaches, it really makes it just that ripple effect that you heard from my first summit. Like, I did that. I helped those people get there, you know? I mean, they did that, but I offered this to them and they were there. And even this year I had girls there, and I was so proud that they invested in themselves and in their business, whether it was just for the community or to build a business. So that was my second summit in New Orleans. My third summit in New Orleans, again, it was completely different. I had my girls there, I had FDF there, but it was good and bad for me. So I'm someone who beats myself up a lot, especially when I don't think I'm doing everything I can. And going 8.5 months pregnant to summit, guys, I will never be pregnant during summit time. Like, we got home and I told my husband, like, we're only allowed to have sex in the summer because I am not having a baby right after summit. Like, seriously, because my ankles swelled up so big for the first time ever. Like, I had elephant feet, and it broke my heart not to go to the workouts. I legit skipped both of the scheduled workouts, and I literally sat in my hotel room and cried. It was awful. But from summit this year, there was a quote that really stuck with me, and it was, stop looking for easy and start working for an impact. And over breakfast, I started crying after the super workout, and Shelby was like, what are you talking about? Like, you were 8.5 months pregnant. Like, because of you, when I get pregnant, I'm going to work out. Like, you make me want to do that. And it made me realize that even though I didn't go to the workouts, that didn't make me any less of a coach, because I have been busting my butt. Like, there are days, guys, where you are going to have to take a day off. My biggest takeaway from this summit, and I'm going to burst into tears right about now, was that for closing ceremonies, Jessie invited me to go sit on the floor with her, which was a huge honor for me because I felt like she didn't have to take any of us, and she chose me to go with her. I hope it wasn't because I'm just your cousin, but regardless, I don't care. She chose me, and I was so grateful for that. And they were, it was a moment where they were honoring the 15-star diamonds, and they honored Danielle Natoni for hitting 15-star in her second CBC, her second business center, and she called up the 3 other superstar diamonds that were on the stage with her who were under her. And it just made me feel like, you know, we shine brighter together. And that is something that Jessie instills in all of us, right? Like, this isn't her team, this is our team. And you can ask Jessie, I started crying. I literally was like in that moment, I just thought, like, this year she's taking me to the floor. Like, next year we are going to be on that stage. Like, I have no doubt in that, because it made me feel like I need to work harder for our team, not just my team, not just Sparkle and Sweat, but for Florida Fit. And guys, like, it is that ripple effect, because this isn't one person making a difference. This is all of us making a difference. We want every single one of you to go to this, because we shine brighter together. People see the impact of us together, right? And Jessie looked at me and she's like, why are you crying? And I'm like, no reason at all, you know? But like, it was just so heartwarming to see, you know, someone who's a 15-star diamond. She didn't take credit for that. She gave those girls that were standing next to her that credit. And she said, because of these women, because of our team, we were able to shine brighter together, and we were able to reach this goal. And I know that takes a lot of hard work. I know that takes a lot of heart. But guys, like, I'm done playing it safe. I'm done doing this. Like, I'm ready to stop, you know, looking for easy and start working for that impact, because when you impact someone's life the way that we do, it changes everything for them. So you guys are probably like, this girl is a hot mess express. I cried a lot this summit, probably because I am emotional, but every single year, guys, you need to make it a non-negotiable to go, because every single year you are going to grow and you are going to learn something completely different about yourself, about our team. You're going to see the impact that we're making, and it's going to make you believe not just in yourself, but everyone that shows up for this business. Like, I love you guys.
Oh, you made me cry, and I'm gonna need to talk now. Stop making me cry. Okay, I'm gonna talk, and Shelby wants to add in something too. But that was also one of like my biggest moments today. And I don't know if I said this to Ashley before she started crying, or if this like maybe made her cry. But when Danielle and Tony brought her 3 coaches, like they were like holding hands on stage, I looked at her and said, that's going to be us one day. And I have no doubt in my mind that that's going to be us one day. No doubt, because this team has, you know, I've always said this is not a me thing, or an I thing, this is a we thing. And that was one thing that she said, like on stage, where I was like, oh my gosh, I say that all the time. And so just like she said, like, this is something that it's our responsibility, like Kim was saying earlier, to share this. But it's also our responsibility to work together to help one another reach their goals. So I know I talked to a lot of the coaches that went, and one of the things that I took from them a lot was, well, I don't want to bother you or Ashley if I have questions. Like, y'all, we are here to help you. If you have a question, if you're struggling with your conversations, like, no, you can't message us every single conversation being like, okay, what do I say for this? And then what do I say for this? And what do I say for this? Like, obviously, eventually we're going to be like, okay, like, what would you say to that? And then we might help you tweak it, and you'll learn how to, like, talk to people. You'll learn how to, you know, get people on board without us having to do it. But if you need help, like, ask for help. That's why we are a team. I didn't have an upline helping me. I didn't have anyone I could go to say, hey, I need help. Guess where I went? Google and YouTube. And it took me forever to learn. And I made many, many, many mistakes. And I don't want that for y'all. Like, we are here as your leaders. And the people who went to Summit are leaders too. Like, it's not just me and Ashley leading this team. I want to make sure that that's very clear, because these women that showed up, I don't care if they have one coach underneath them. I don't care if they have no coaches underneath them. They showed up and they made a commitment to go to Summit. And that means that they're leading. That means that they are a leader of our team. I don't care if you've never hit Success Club, I don't care if you hit Success Club every month. Like, you are a leader on our team. It's not just me and Ashley. So if you need help, like, do not hesitate to reach out to one of us or post in the team page or ask someone that you connect with. Like, if you vibe with Erin Regan, y'all, she's the nicest person ever. Reach out to her. I'm sure she will be like, yeah, homegirl, I'll help you, right? Like, same thing with Shelby, same thing with every single person on this call. We are a team and we are in this together. And that is one of the main things that I took away from Summit. Just seeing like all these other teams and people like Emily Favre, who went from a 1-star diamond coach in March to 15-star diamond this month. Like, it's insane, but she did that. She didn't do that. Her team did that. They did it together, and that we have that capability. Like, I have no doubt in my mind that we are going to be an elite team. And I even told them, because they have this elite like walk where they have all the elite, this year it was like a jumpsuit racing jacket, and it has the name of the person on the front and their team name on the back. And I told Ashley when we were walking through there, I said, I don't even need my name on the front. I just want Fleur to fit on the back. Because I that represents y'all, and that represents your hard work and the things that you have done to help other people. And that is what I want from this team, and that is what I want for you. I want you to be able to reach your goals. It's not about me, it's about you. That I know I can't stop crying. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm emotional. Ashley made me all emotional. But it's true. Like, I just want so much for y'all, and I see so much potential in every single person on our team. Like I've mentioned multiple times, like, this person could be a top 10 coach. It's people on our team, and I know y'all could do it. So if you have goals with this, like, stop letting your fear dictate your life. Stop letting people's judgments or like other people's opinions or your own self-doubts, because anyone on our team, you have the tools to succeed. We've literally given you everything to succeed. And even if we haven't, you have access to it. And all you need is you, and to let go of that fear and just to believe in yourself, because I believe in you. I believe in every single person on our team. I believe in every single one of you and anything that you want to do. If you want to make $1 million with this business, I know you can do it. If you want to be walking stage next year, like, every single person that I talked to on our team was like, I want to be on that stage next year. And like, not one part of me was like, oh yeah, maybe you'll be there. Like, I was like, oh yeah, you'll be there. Like, I know you will. So get there next year, be there next year, make it a non-negotiable. But one of the main things too, I want to share before I let Shelby finish what she wanted to say, is that one of the things I heard, and I don't even remember who said it, it was the quote, I like wrote it down, was, watching you change your life won't help them change theirs. So what I took away from that was, you can't just post sweaty selfies and share your journey on Instagram or on social media and expect for that to help someone change their life, because that's not what's going to do it. You've got to invite them to this opportunity, y'all. You've got to relentlessly invite. If they tell you no, they mean no, not right now. Every single top coach that got up to speak, one thing that they all had in common, most of them said, I told my coach no for months. I ghosted my coach. I didn't respond to my coach for months. But guess what? They kept showing up. They kept asking. Now, I'm not saying to reach out to every single person you know and be like, hey, join my team. Hey, join my team every day. Like, that's annoying. Don't be like that. But don't be afraid to reach back out to someone that told you no a month ago, because they might not have been in the right place. This business, what you are asking someone to do, you are asking someone to change their life. You're not selling them lipstick or leggings or and I don't have anything wrong with that. Okay. I have friends that sell those things, and I support that. But you're not just selling them a shake, and you're not just selling them a workout program. You are selling them a life-changing opportunity. And it's not easy for someone to want to change their life. It's not easy. Obviously, y'all all know that. Y'all all have to do the programs every day. You have to show up every day in your journey. And that's not always easy. So people are not going to just say, yeah, I want to change my life like that, right? You've got to keep sharing your journey, but you also have to keep inviting those people. That was just one of the things that really, really, really stuck out with me. And then I took some notes, and I honestly didn't take as many notes as I thought I would have. But I went to a leadership workshop. So I was invited to go, instead of going with everybody else to one of the workshops, I went with the leadership workshop, which was like 2-star and above, I think. I don't even know what it was, but it's just a lot there I learned. Like, and one of the things was, you know, Christina Delgado spoke at it, and it was amazing. And she was just saying like how this opportunity or this responsibility is such a gift. And if you keep it in your mouth, you are doing everyone you know a disservice. Like, why would you not want every single person in your family, every single person in your friends group, every single stranger you meet on the street? Like, why would you not want them to do this with you? Because again, y'all, this can change their life. Like, it has changed mine in more ways than I ever imagined. It's changed so many of yours. So, like, share this relentlessly. All right, so that's it, because I thought I'm just going to keep on crying. Rebecca said one more thing I want to say. Not everyone has the family support, but sometimes it's not always blood. And yes, that was one thing that I don't even remember. There was a few coaches that talked about that too, not having spousal support. And y'all, all the guys there, I know this wasn't really talked about this year, but last year I remember being in a workshop and they brought all the husbands up on stage to talk about like what they thought. And they said straight up, like, we weren't very supportive of her, but you know, if you share with them like why you're doing this and why this is so important to you, they might not support you right away, but if they see your passion and excitement, they eventually will. Trust me, it took mine 2 years to come around. But guess what? Now he doesn't complain at all. And now he's like, yeah, I'll go on that free trip with you. So just, you know, just keep, you have the support of us, of this family, whether you have support from your family or your friends. This group of women and men, we've got a few men thrown in here, you know, are here to support you in any way. So Shelby, you can say something, and then I know it's getting late, so I want to make sure that we wrap it up. But if anyone has questions too, just feel free to comment on the side.
It's going to be super short, don't worry. So one thing I want to say that wasn't what I was going to say, but if you like struggle with self-doubt, go to Summit, because the entire time everybody's just complimenting each other and building each other up. So freaking go to Summit if you got some confidence issues. But anyway, that's not what I wanted to say. I wanted to say one thing that took away that I feel like almost I don't know. I'm just gonna say it. So was that if you yeah, Aaron, if you feel that you're kind of salesy, if you feel salesy when you talk to people, it's probably because you don't have like the transformation with that. So whether that be with the fitness programs, nutrition, Shakeology, like performance line, whatever it is. So like do your research on that. Like, you know, I know a lot about Shakeology, but I don't know everything there is to know. And so I know that like this week I'm planning on doing a lot of research on that. And it's not like I'm trying to learn every little ingredient. I'm not trying to do that, but I know I could be have like more knowledge on it. And so like if you're not, you know, following the meal plan or following, you know, a fitness program, then there's no way you're going to be able to confidently talk about that with people. So you have to be a part like of the product. You have to be doing it and like do the research on it. So that really spoke out to me. I feel like it's not that huge of a thing, but I know that there has been things that people have tried to talk to me about, and either I didn't know anything about it or I wasn't super confident in it. So I definitely, you know, affected my conversations, whereas if I would have taken the time to actually, you know, do the research on things, then I, you know, could have went a different way. So definitely, you know, do it yourselves, like do everything, but then also like, you know, go above and beyond and actually do research on it, like on your own time. You know, there's, like Jesse keeps saying, there is a million resources out there for us to, you know, on YouTube, Google, whatever, in the online office, there's a million different things that you can look up. So that was one big thing for me, because I'm sure a lot of people feel.
And one tip, y'all, for that, to get to know Shakeology, go on Pinterest, type in Shakeology superfood, and you will immediately see like there will be like one superfood and it will say like benefits of it. I didn't know that Shakeology, one of the ingredients, and I remember which one it was, has like that main superfood has properties that help with depression. Okay, that one superfood helps with depression and anxiety and is known to like enhance your mood. Well, hello, if you have depression and anxiety, your shake is helping you. So talk about that. Don't ever claim that it's going to cure your depression, because it's not, but it's going to help you, right? So that's what she's talking about, because if you start sharing, like, not just, oh, I love my superfoods, like, okay, why do you love your superfoods? What do they do for you, right? And the Beachbody Champions page always has like the doctor, I don't know, Dr. Luigi, who talks about the performance line, like those ingredients and how Shakeology is made. If you realize like how much detail goes into how Shakeology is processed, you would honestly think it was cheap, because I went to a talk at our new leader conference, and Darren O'Lean came on and shared exactly how Shakeology is processed, from him going onto a side of the mountain to test the soil that the vegetables are in. They test the soil, they test the air, they test like all these things. Then they pick it, then they test it once it gets to make sure that you are getting like the full nutritional value of that particular plant. They test it for fingerprints after it's already been moved. Then they break it down, and they make sure that, again, you're getting, like, they test it so many times. Other companies don't do that. Other shakes don't do that. So if someone tells you that Shakeology, oh, I found something like Shakeology. No, you didn't. You may have found something that has similar ingredients, but it's how it's made. And if you can educate yourself on those things, you will be so confident to share about Shakeology. I don't ever get someone telling me Shakeology is too expensive anymore, because the moment that they do, I'm like, no. Let's have a little chat here, because I know the value of it, and I know how it's made, and I know what's in it. So I don't know every single ingredient. I can't list them off for you and tell you exactly what they do, but I can tell you from my experience what it's done for me, and I can tell you how it's made and how different it is from the shake that they're comparing it to. And usually they're like, oh, I didn't even realize that, so just educate yourselves. But go into your online office. This is the last thing I want to say. Make sure you go into your online office to go review of all the things that I just said earlier about the new programs. Y'all, everything is in your online office about the Be Your Best Self. I know I posted about it in the team page too, or Beat Your Best, or whatever it's called for Success Club. All of that is in your online office. So go look at your online office. That's why we tell you to check it every day. And I want you to know, the last thing is, if you have big goals for this business, reach out to me or Ashley and tell us your goals, and we will sit down with you and set a game plan for what you need to do to get to that goal. We've probably either hit that goal, and if we haven't hit that goal, we will figure out how to help you hit that goal, or we might be pushing and working with you to hit that goal. So whether you want to be elite, if you're like, well, I don't know what elite is, or I don't know what Premier is, or I don't even know what 1-star is, like, doesn't matter. We can explain it to you. We can help you learn what you need exactly to get to that goal. So reach out to us if you need that, or if you want that, if you've got any goal, even if it's like, well, I need to hit Success Club and I don't know how to do that. Reach out. Okay, we can help you do that. And if you have any questions, just let us know. But I know it's past 9, so I'm going to let y'all go. Thank you so much for getting on and staying on with us tonight. I'm so glad. I miss all of my friends from Summit, and I can't wait to be there next year with even more of you. My goal, I told everyone that I want at least 50 coaches from Fleur to Fit. That's like minimum. So you all on this call should be on, plus you should get your coaches to come with you. And if you don't have any coaches, you should have some coaches by then. So get your team to come with you, explain the importance of Summit, and trust me, when you have your friends and your own family, it just makes it even more fun, because then you get to introduce like your family and your friends to these friends, and it's just an awesome experience. So thank you so much for being on tonight, and we will see y'all next week. All right, bye everybody, love y'all.